independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am excited to share a fun technique with you today. I am going to use the Stitch Stars dies to make paper yo-yos. Now, if you know what a fabric yo-yo is, they are, well, let me show you what they are. This is a quilt that I made, and all of these little fabric circles here are called yo-yos. And I was looking at this quilt and I was thinking, man, it would be fun to figure out a way to make something similar to use as flowers on cards for springtime. And today I'm going to show you how to make those flowers using the Stitch Stars dies. And these are the Stitch Stars dies. I'm using these three star dies here. There's a large, a medium, and a small die. They're also in the set. This is a very large set. There's a smaller set, but it's a larger set that you want to use to make these little flowers. So let me show you how to do that. And we'll put our card basically together first, and I'm using Purple Posy. It's it's scored at 5.5, but it's 4.25 by 11. And we'll give that a good score. And on my top layer on that is going to be a piece of Whisper White that's 5.25 by 4. And that is here. And on top of that, I have a piece of purple paper, and this is from the Lily Impressions Designer Series paper from the Celebration catalog. It's free with a $50 order, and it's two-sided, but I'm using this purple piece here, and this is 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that onto my Whisper White cardstock. And I'm using the multi-purpose liquid glue, and you just need a little bit of this. I've gotten so I really enjoy using this because you can move it around a little bit after you put it on your other paper that you're adhering it to. So there's that piece. Now we're going to put this on our Purple Posy cardstock. And that is one of the in colors. It's a beautiful color. It's just a very light lavender shade. And we're just going to center this right on here, like that. Okay, this label is die cut using the Stitch Labels dies, and they're in the annual catalog on page 195, and here's the set of dies. And I'm using this one here. I just love this. I really love this set. There's a lot of neat dies here that you can use for all kinds of sentiments and designs on your cards. Anyways, so I've already cut this out. I better do the stamping first, and for the stamping I am using the So Sentimental stamp set, and this is from the Spring Mini catalog. It's on page 20. It has great sentiments in it, and I'm going to use Sending Healing Hugs. So for my sentiment, I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape, and this says Sending Healing Hugs. And we're going to center this. It looks pretty good. And then over that, also in that stamp set, there is a little, like a texture background image, and I'm going to use this right here. So this is Blushing Bride, and I'm just going to come in and dabble a little bit of that across it. I'm just going to turn my paper. There, that looks pretty. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that on the card. I'm using my glue. Normally I would pop it up with dimensionals, but because the flowers are going to have a lot of dimension, I'm not going to do that. I'll put it this way so you can see it. And we'll put that on there and center it. It needs to go over a little bit. There, that is really pretty, those colors together. All right, now for the flowers. This is the fun part. I'm going to start with my largest star. And for this star paper, I am using the 2019-2021 in color paper. It comes in a set of each of the in colors, and they are 6x6 sheets, and they're double-sided with all of the in colors. I don't have them all here right at the moment, but that's what it looks like, and you'll be able to die cut all the stars out of one sheet. So for this star, I want this to be on the outside, and so I'm going to lay it with that down. I'm just going to take this with my nail and kind of fold so this paper is bent up a little bit so it will be easier to bend. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this down. I don't want to crease it, I just want to bend the paper. I'm going to start with a dimensional in the center here like this. Peel off that backing, and I'm going to start going around. I'm going to take the tip and just press it onto that dimensional. It's going to hold it enough until I put my next layer on. If it should pop up, it's okay, because eventually it's going to be glued down by the next layer of the flower. So as you can see, I'm just pressing them to the center like that. I'm going to put this right here. Isn't that pretty? So I've made that. I'm going to take the next size star, and again, I'm just going to scrape these a little bit with my finger. You could do it with a bone folder. This one I'm also going to use a dimensional on. We'll put it right in the center, and these are the regular size large dimensionals. And again, I'm going to take my ends and just fold them over gently to the center of that dimensional. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is popped up, but that's okay because it's just a temporary hold. And the dimensionals are to give dimension and height to the flower. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to put a good douse of glue on the back here. This is strong glue, and it will hold it well. And I'm going to layer on it so the folds are offset. So you can see I've got this fold here between that, and I'm just going to hold that, press that down for a few minutes. I'm just going to, actually I'm going to take this and just hold it down there for a few minutes till the glue sticks. Okay, now we're going to do our top layer, and this is the smallest star. And so, because it's so small, I'm going to use a glue dot in the center here. First, I'm going to bend my star ends. So I'm coming in with a glue dot. I'm going to put that in the center. Actually, I'm going to use two. With my Take a Pick tool. I love this tool. Well, that one got bent a little bit, but it'll be okay. Same thing. Now this is a little harder to not crease, but just try to gently fold it into the center. Like so. This one's a little crooked. I'm going to straighten him out. And again, if it pops up, it's okay. We're going to have a flower center on there to hold everything down long term. All right, so we have this tiny little flower. I'm going to give him a good douse of glue on the back side. And again, I'm going to put that so it looks roughly in between here, in between the other star points that have been folded over. So I've got that set on there. I'm going to take my take a pick tool and I'm just going to give it a really good press in the center, and it won't hurt the flower at all. Okay, and hopefully this doesn't stick too bad. Isn't that pretty? That's even pretty without the center. Now I'm using, these are the gold faceted gems. They are in the back of the annual catalog, and I'm going to take one of the smaller ones. They have a sticky backing on them. I'm going to set that in the center of my flower, like so. Isn't that beautiful? I was so excited about how these came out. All right, so that is how we make the flower for this card. And I am going to set this, I can't decide if I want it on the bottom. I think I want it up here. So I am going to, again, I'm going to use glue, a good amount all over the back here to hold it good. I'm going to set that on there like that and hold it for a minute. That is so pretty. I have a scrap of Granny Apple Green cardstock somewhere here. There it is. And I'm going to cut out two leaves with a leaf punch. And the leaf punch is in the back of the annual catalog. That is on page 187. I'm also going to take these and just kind of bend them with my thumb and first finger so they look a little more natural. And I should have probably stuck these on the back of the flower before I put it down, but I'm going to, whoops, I'm going to stick it in there like that. And I'll bring this one down here. There. So cute. Isn't that pretty? And I don't even think I need a bow in there. I love it just like that. So there's your card, the paper yo-yo card. And I had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you will have fun making them also and share them with friends. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next week. Take care.